Treat. Good girl. So we're going to do it again. Treat. 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 Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Here. Treat. Treat. Good girl. Yes. So we're teaching her to communicate with me. Yes. Treat. Treat. I'm going to wait on her to offer the behavior. Treat. She'll sit on it, so that counts. Treat. No. Good girl. Good job. So we're teaching her to cast back to the treat. Treat. And you can sit there and watch. Good girl. Watch how the German Shepherd puppy thinks. Really good. You ready? Treat. Treat. Good girl. Yes. And that's 11 weeks old. So she's already learning to touch the button at 11 weeks. Good girl.
And what do you teach the puppy? Push buttons.
Communication. So I can tell her to treat and she goes to that button, then we're communicating. Right.
Does that help you also developing the learning abilities?
Yes, it does. It helps develop the learning abilities, understanding commands, and focusing on the task, right? So if I go right here and I go treat, treat, treat. See, she turned around to go to it, but she didn't touch it. Treat, treat, treat. I walk over closer to it. Good girl. There she goes and she touches it. So I asked her to go treat to touch the button and she did it. And she's 11 weeks old. So that's communication. That will tie into obedience later. Treat. Treat. No. Treat. Good girl. She has a lot of puppy in her. This is her first time doing it. Good girl. She's learning to communicate with me by touching that button. She's getting what she wants, which is a treat for me. So she's learning to talk to me as well. Good girl. Treat. Treat. Good girl. And you see how I said treat? She went back and she touched it. Good girl. Here. Yes. Treat. Yes. Good girl. I'm getting further away from the button. Treat. Yes. Good girl. Treat. Yes. Good girl. And you see how far away from her and the button I am. Treat. Kiki. Treat. Yes. Good girl. You see how far away we are from her for, the distance that we came. So she was casting back to the button, hitting that button when she was following the command. I was telling her to treat to hit the button, basically, and she was doing that. Here you go, mama. Here. Good girl. So you see how far back I am? Treat. Yes, good girl. I say yes as soon as she hit the button. So from this distance, I can send her back to the button. Treat. 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 Good girl, yes. You see how far away I am? So we're communicating. She understands she needs to go touch that button to get the treat. Good girl, yes. So she actually understands the button communication between me and her. Treat. Good girl. Yes. So you see she's actively doing it. It's not a fluke. She's actually running all the way back here, touching the button. And I got to keep pushing it because she's extra with it. Here you go. Treat. Good girl. Again, she's 11 weeks old. Good girl. She understands the game really well. Yes, good girl. And now I'm just letting her offer the behavior. Yes, good girl. Treat, treat, treat. Yes, good girl. Unbelievable at 11 weeks. Treat. Good job. Yes. Treat. Yes, good job. Yes, good job. So a lot of repetition. Treat. Yes, good job. A lot of repetition. Treat. Yes, good job. The fact that she tried the action, she didn't hit the button, but she went there. Treat. Treat. Good girl, yes. Almost done. Treat. 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 Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. I'm going to come to this side and see she goes. Treat. Yes, good girl. Good job, mama. Treat. Yes, good girl. Kiki is available. She is available. Treat. Treat. No, treat. 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 Yes, she made a decision and she went to it. Good job. So we have two more treats for her. Good girl. Yeah, she did it on her own. One more treat for her. Good girl. Good job. And that is teaching a dog trick training, how to touch buttons and communicate with you at your early age. She's 11 weeks old, so I'm very impressed with her. She did an amazing job. That was great. And we have another. Now she's going to spam the button. We have another one that's training on it as well. So we're teaching our dogs. It can also be used for service dogs. They can communicate with their owners. They can communicate with other people. They can communicate with you. They can tell you if they want to go out. They can tell you if they want to eat. They can tell you a bunch of things. So this is what's amazing about the buttons. They teach the dogs a whole lot of stuff. Good job, mama. Good job. There's no more treats, so I got to pick that button up. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. So that's me and Kiki. She is 11 weeks old. She's touching buttons. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Madison Bell.